first and 10, Mayfield. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this.
And it is cold.
And it is.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
Under pressure, they got him again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the... Mayfield looks to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Holt. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The CD here, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Kamara trying the right side, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9. A give. This is Kamara. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. From the gun, Mayfield. And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions. A first down throw from Mayfield. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Mayfield's throw taken in by Edwards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this, because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. That's Holt.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Back to Kamara for another catch. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the visitors from the north, the Vikings, who were able to get the road victory. Seth Roberts leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. The Colts, we can pretty safely say, will not be a playoff team. But 500 is still within reach as they move to 5-8 on the year. And then finally, we'll wrap up the week on Monday Night Football with a good one between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First down, Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Face mask, defense.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He's going to let this one go deep. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Holt, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they're not going to play this concern. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing, Mayfield. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
But these guys got to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield looking for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Holt. Hook up a 15 yards there, and it'll make it second down. Here's Mayfield. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The busy night continues for Kamara. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands.
Offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
He finds his man, complete. That's Holt. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mayfield on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Holt. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Mayfield now. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. but it's been tough sledding for him here the entire second half.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Saints on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is third down and 12.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Pittsburgh, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on